Hello, welcome to Korean in Life, your Korean learning app. Hangul, which you're about to meet, is a truly fascinating and easy-to-learn alphabet. Hangul is an alphabet just like English. Every letter has its own sound. But there's one fun difference. While English writes letters out in a line, Korean groups them into syllable blocks, like an, nyong. Each of these blocks is one sound unit, or syllable. Today, we're going to learn the most basic ingredients for building these blocks, the 14 basic consonants. Are you ready?
Here is the first group of consonants. Many Korean consonants have a slightly different sound depending on whether they come at the start of a syllable block or at the end. Don't worry, it's very easy. The first letter is Giyeok. It looks like this, Giyeok. When this letter starts a word, it makes a G sound, like in gas. But when it comes at the end of a block, as a final consonant, it closes the sound with a K sound, like in book. Next is Nieun, N. This one is very easy. It's the N sound, like in nose. Whether at the beginning or the end, it always makes the N sound. This is Digeut, D. When it starts, it makes a D sound, like in door. But when it comes at the end, it closes with a T sound, like in cat. This is Rieul, R. It's a bit special. At the start, it's a sound between an R and an L. It's a light flap of the tongue, similar to the TT sound in the American pronunciation of butter. But when it comes at the end, it's a clear L sound, like in school. This square-shaped letter is Mieum, M. It's the M sound, like in mom. Just like N, the sound is the same at the beginning and the end. Next is Bieup, B. It starts with a B sound, like in bus. When it comes at the end, you close your lips for a P sound, like in stop. This letter, shaped like a small mountain, is Chieut, S. It makes the S sound, like in snake. Interestingly, when this letter comes at the end, it also closes with a T sound, just like Digeut. The last one in our first group, Jieut, J. It makes a J sound, like in jet. And when it comes at the end, yes, that's right, it also closes with a T sound. Now let's meet a very, very special consonant. It's Ieung. The one shaped like a circle, just something like that. This letter has two completely different jobs. Job number 1. When Ieung comes at the beginning of a syllable block, its job is to be a silent placeholder. It makes no sound at all. It's silent. Why? Because a Korean block must always start with a consonant. If you just want to make a vowel sound, like ah, you place this Ieung in the empty spot. So, ah is pronounced ah. It is not nga. Job number 2. When Ieung comes at the end of a syllable block, it becomes the sound, like in sing or song. It's that sound, like in kang or pung. It's really special, isn't it? Silent at the start, at the end. Be sure to remember that.
Okay, now for the last group. These are called the aspirated or strong air sounds. These letters are made by adding a strong puff of air to the basic consonants we just learned. Try to say them forcefully, like you're blowing out a candle. K, t, pa. Kieuk, Kieut. This is g with a puff of air. It's the strong k sound, like in kite. Digeut, Tieut. This is g with a puff of air, the strong t sound, like in top. Pieup, pieup. This is b with a puff of air, the strong p sound, like in pop. Chieut, chieut. This is ch with a puff of air, the strong ch sound, like in church.
And finally, Hieut, Hieut. This makes the H sound, like in hat. You did a fantastic job. You have just learned all 14 basic Korean consonants. Of course, these consonants can't make a sound all by themselves. To become a complete syllable block, they need a vowel. When the g sound, g, meets the a sound, a, it becomes ga, ga. When the n sound, n, meets the o sound, o, it becomes no, no. When the s sound, s, meets the e sound, e, it becomes she, she. Your next step is to learn these vowels. Once you know the consonants and the vowels, you will be able to read almost any word in Korean. You worked really hard today. See you in the next lesson.